There are two things that make these wire cutters better than your standard wire cutters that you're going to get at a generic store. The first thing is the back of here is completely flat. So if you need to cut electronics, you want to cut it as flat as possible, you can actually do that with these wire cutters. The other thing that's nice about this is it does have the spring in here. So yes, these are more high-end wire cutters. They have PVC handle, so it's nice. It helps you to grip. It's also a little bit more soft than your standard kind of just plastic handle wrapper thing. These were sent to me so I could test it out and make this video. Let me give you a closer look so you can see how well these actually work. This is how the wire cutters arrive. The handle material is PVC. It feels nice and soft, as well as helps you get a really nice grip. You can see there is a spring here that just makes things really nice and easy whenever you need to cut. You don't need to move the handles open, they just open automatically. Let's have a closer look at how sharp these blades are, or the cutters. I don't know if you can really see that on the camera, but these are nice and sharp. It's also very flat on the bottom. So if you need to cut something like on a PCB board or just cut something as flat as possible, I don't think you can get more flat than that. It's machined very well, nice manufacturing. And just to show you how well these work, these are the wire cutters that I have been using. They're just generic. They don't have a spring, so I have to move them up like this. Obviously, they are a bit older. They have become dull over time, but you can see even with these wire cutters, you can't cut things flat because of the way it pinches down on it. You've got maybe 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters up above, not flat like this. And so let me sacrifice some Romex wire so you can see with these wire cutters, if I press down, okay, I'm not, You could argue I'm not very strong, and I'm not going to argue with that. They don't really, I mean, this is obviously thick wire. This is for a house, but with these wire cutters, just one hand, just kidding, with two hands, look at that cut. Nice. So that's 3 really thick wires, 1 pair of nice sharp wire cutters. Makes a difference. Seriously though, look at that cut. They do cut really well. They are really sharp. Now I have a bunch of tools. This is probably one of the tools I use the most. I use it a lot for 3D printing, kind of cutting off plastic pieces. If I need to cut plastic, I use it a lot. Obviously for cutting wires, I do a lot of home projects and things like that. It is really, really nice to have a pair of sharp wire cutters like these. I have this in a toolbox in my room just because I use it so much. I've used tools my whole life, and I have used nice tools like this, and it makes a big difference. They last longer, and it's just so much easier to use. This is one tool that everyone needs, a high quality pair like this.